Hello, Kids Place friends. Welcome to another episode of Kids Place, where kids come to play, learn, achieve, create, and explore. I'm Miss Traherne, and this is my co-host,
Mrs. Day. Let's start with our hello song. Hello, Kids Place friends, and welcome to our summer kickoff episode.
Woo!
This is such a fun episode for us to do. We've had so much fun learning this year, doing so many cool crafts, and seeing so many cool places around the county that you can visit. Today, we are just going to be kicking off summer with our favorite treat, ice cream. So today's episode is going to be all about ice cream. But before we get started, we have a few things to talk about.
Okay. Well, I noticed you forgot something today, Mrs. Day.
I did. It's really important when the sun is shining to be protected from the sun. I remembered my sunglasses.
That's good.
I did.
But you forgot your hat.
I forgot my hat.
I have something that could probably help you out.
Okay.
In my beach bag, I do have some sunscreen. So you might want to put that on.
Yep.
And I have another kind of sunscreen because everybody likes a different kind. I brought us a way to keep cool.
Always want to help stay cool.
And this is one of those battery operated ones, and then we can give you a little spritz
of water.
These are fun when you're outside doing your outdoor activities.
Yes.
Playing sports or beach volleyball or whatever you decide to do. One of the most important items to have with you outdoors is plenty of water.
Yeah, you want to stay hydrated.
Got to stay hydrated.
Gets hot out there.
I brought a speaker so that we could have some fun. Another thing that I didn't put in my bag, but I do admit I have it in my car, is bug repellent.
Yes.
Depending, if you're near the water, especially natural waters, sometimes there's lots of things buzzing around and that kind of helps.
Yeah.
And if it's close to nighttime, the mosquitoes come out.
Yeah.
So having insect repellent is helpful.
I always like to have a bag like this in my car. I have 3 small children, and so keeping it stocked and ready to go so that you are prepared for any summer situation. So I like to pack one of these and keep it in the car. I like to throw a couple snacks in there maybe too, just in case. And then if you happen to find a great park or somebody calls you with a great opportunity to go
and then one of the things that was in the bag, but we decided to display it behind Fanny, is beach towels.
Yep.
Because you never know, no matter where you are with kids, if there's water, they're going to get wet.
That's
so
right.
you need to be prepared.
That's right.
For that. What else do we need? I think the important thing was healthy snacks, which I don't have because we're going to have ice cream in a bit.
That's right.
But fruits are always good and they travel well. One of the sweets that I like to take to the beach, which is melt proof, is our Twizzlers. They're kind of easy.
That is fun. Yeah.
So, I don't know. That's what we take to the beach.
All right.
Shall we get started?
Well, let's get started with our fun summer kickoff ice cream episode.
Okay, for today's play, we're going to do something a little different for our summer episode. We are going to create something that you can enjoy, and this could happen on a rainy day, or you could take it outdoors. I think it might be best to keep it indoors because we're going to be working with balloons, and they pop when they hit the grass sometimes. So, old-fashioned balloons. We have some paper plates and crayons for decorating. We have, because it was in our craft bin, we have tongue depressors. But we were talking, if you ever get those freebie wooden rulers that a lot of people hand out as donations, those would be really good. Or what was your idea?
The paint stir sticks from Lowe's. Like if you go to get a can of paint and those big long wood sticks, those would work really well for this.
All right, we're going to do what's called balloon tennis. So we're going to take these paper plates, we're going to decorate it however you want. Let's see, it's summertime. What shall we put on here? I think I'm going to make a sun.
I might just put a face on it.
I'm not getting too technical. Oh, you have it.
There you go.
Okay. So we're going to decorate our plates however you see fit.
Oh, very cute.
A smile on there because I am happy it's summer.
I'm very competitive, so.
Oh gosh, you are the athlete, aren't you? And you can't help it. You're going to win, aren't you?
I'll try my best. It's all about having fun.
That's right. Okay, so we're going to, because this is what we happen to have at our ready, we're going to take 2 tongue depressors and we're going to tape them together.
Yep.
But your paint stick idea wins because you can get those for usually free.
For free, yeah.
When you're doing your painting projects at home, and they're the right length for this project. I am going to give this multiple because
Layers, yeah.
we're going to be competitive, right?
Yes.
So we're going to need strength. And even if you have stronger tape,
Yeah. Something like a duct tape or
yeah,
electrical tape would be good.
there's some of
Holding pretty
those.
well.
Yeah, it's not
Feels strong.
I'm surprised. All right, so we're going to tape this to the back of our tennis racket,
Got it.
our homemade tennis racket. Make sure that my face is facing the right direction.
Good point.
I'm going to do mine in like an X. I don't know. I want to be thorough. All right, so the secret to success this summer is to stay active.
Yes.
We know it's easy to veg out on the couch and watch movies and play video games, but you've got to keep moving. So we have our tennis racket.
Yep.
We have our balloons, and now we're ready to play.
Okay.
This
Ready.
could get ugly.
Okay.
Oh gosh, there's some static electricity. And actually, this is some good control because you can't hit it really hard.
And the balloon moves a little bit slower, which gives kids a little bit more reaction time and helps build those gross motor skills.
And eye-hand coordination.
Absolutely.
Do you ever play badminton?
Yes.
That's a lot of fun, but you can't play on a windy day.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, I think you get the idea. Balloon tennis, lots of fun.
Yes.
Enjoy. All right, so we don't usually do crafts as playtime,
That's
but we
okay.
did today. For today's Breathe episode, we're going to come full circle back to the very first breath we've ever taught our viewers, and that's the star breath. And lots of classrooms in pre-K use the pinwheel for this. And the S in star has two meanings, and it can go two directions.
Yeah.
It can be smile, take a deep breath and relax, which is fine to do when you're practicing.
Yeah.
And when you're in a calm state of mind. But when you're in that moment of upset, you're at the grocery store and your child didn't get the thing that they requested, and you are breathing for them and hoping that you will help them find a place of calm. That's not the time a child is going to smile at you.
No.
It's just not.
No.
So at that point, we use the S to stand for stop. Using that calm voice, take a deep breath and relax.
That's right.
All right, so I'm going to let you use the pinwheel as I talk us through.
Okay.
So we're going to do the stop one.
Okay.
Okay? So ready? Stop. Take a deep belly breath and relax. Relax your body and exhale. Stop. Take a deep breath and relax. And always 3 times. Third time, stop. Take a deep breath and relax your body. And research says after doing 3 of those, you will feel, I am safe. Keep breathing. I can handle this.
All right, now we're ready to learn. Are you ready, Fanny?
This is going to be such a fun episode.
We are so excited for summertime. Fanny, what are some of the things that you like to do in summer?
Well, of course, I like to hang out at the pond.
Of course.
And lots of kids come fishing.
Yeah, this is a time of year where kids get to do what you like to do and swim, right?
Oh, yeah, that's the best.
Of course, making sure that we take all our safety precautions, right?
Of course.
Yes. What else do you like to do in the summer?
Picnicking.
Yeah, picnicking can be really fun. Just getting outside and running around, finding something active to do, right?
Playing games outside.
Playing games. One of my other favorite things to do in summer is to treat myself. It gets really hot out there, and like we said, it's really important to hydrate, but sometimes it's really fun to have a nice, cool treat. What's one of your favorite nice, cool treats, Fanny?
Popsicles.
Popsicles. They are so yummy. One of mine is ice cream.
Mmm.
Yeah. What kind of flavors of ice cream do you like, Fanny?
Well, this is going to sound silly. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
My favorite is Tin Roof Sundae.
Tin Roof Sundae. I've never heard of that.
It has chocolate and peanuts in it and
Ooh.
swirls of chocolate.
That sounds really good. I'm just kind of a basic. I like vanilla with some toppings on it. Sometimes I like chocolate and peanut butter, and sometimes I like fruit on top of my vanilla.
Mmm, tasty.
Yeah. Fanny, did you know that you can make ice cream at home?
No, how?
Oh, friends at home, it's really simple and easy if you have a few ingredients. All you need is half and half, ice, some salt.
Wait a minute, salt?
Salt, I know, that gets tricky. Vanilla and some Ziploc bags. And actually, you don't mix the salt in with the cream and the vanilla and the sugar. That goes in with the ice.
Oh, okay, I was wondering about that.
Yeah. Well, would you like to make some on the show today?
I think we should try it out.
I think we could try it out. Okay, well, since we're going to be making food, the first thing that we should do is to look at a recipe, right? Fanny, do you remember what a recipe is?
I think I do, because last year we made lemonade.
We did. We made lemonade on last year's show. Okay, so a recipe is just kind of like the instructions that tell us the steps that we need to take in order to make whatever food we're making and how much of each ingredient. Or ingredients are really just the different things we put together to make it. So why don't we write our recipe for making ice cream?
Oh, so that's the writing we're going to do today. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Okay. So we are going to write up here. Let's see. Ice. And then I'm going to use my Space Frog. Cream. Okay. We're going to make homemade ice cream. Okay. So now we're ready to write our ingredients. Okay, the first thing we need is half and half. Half and half is kind of like a milk, but it's thicker. It's a heavier cream, okay? So we need 1 cup. Oh, that was a little bit long. I'm going to fix that. 1 cup, half. And this little symbol means and half.
It kind of looks like a backwards 3.
It does. It does. Okay, 1 cup, half and half. We need 2 tablespoons. And friends at home, if you see this, this is called an abbreviation. So I could write out tablespoons, but when you look in a recipe book, they shorten it and they put the first sound of each one. So table, well, that's kind of a middle sound too, and spoon. So we've got some of the sounds in the word because tablespoon is really long. It's a really long word. Okay, so we need 2 tablespoons of sugar.
That makes it sweet.
It does make it sweet. We need a half a teaspoon of vanilla.
Oh, making your favorite flavor, Mrs. Day.
Yes, we are. Okay. And then this is what goes inside one of the baggies. This is what's going to turn into your ice cream. Now, we're going to use a separate bag, and on the outside of this bag, we're going to put the ice and the salt. So we need about 3 cups of ice. Why do I keep doing my U's like that today, Fanny? Oh, here's my eraser.
It's okay. We all make mistakes.
We do all make mistakes. Okay, let me rewrite that. 3 cups, there we go, of ice. And then it says a tablespoon of salt.
Isn't it a third of a cup?
Is it a third of a cup?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're keeping me straight today, Fanny, because I'm making lots of
I'm
mistakes.
paying attention.
There's a big difference between a tablespoon and a cup. Friends at home, a tablespoon, when you look in your silverware drawer, there's usually the regular size spoons, and then there's the ones that are a little bit bigger. Those are the tablespoons. And then a whole cup, that's a big difference, right? Okay,
Yes.
so a third of a cup of salt.
That's better.
Okay, thanks for keeping me straight, Fanny. All right, so we have half and half, we have sugar, we have vanilla, and then in the other bag we're going to put ice and salt. And this is so much fun. We get to do a lot of shaking. Are you excited, Fanny?
Ooh, shaking sounds like fun.
Wait, you know what? I think this is one of Mr. Hearn's favorite things to do too. Do you think we should invite her back out for the Learn today so that she can help us make some ice cream?
We should.
All right, give us just a moment. Let me see where she went. We'll look for her. Look for her, Fanny. All right, we'll be right back when Mr. Hearn joins us. All right, we found Mr. Hearn.
Thanks so much for inviting me, because I do love doing this.
Yes. So Mr. Hearn and I have both made this in our classrooms for many years, and it's such a fun activity to do. So I knew she was going to love to come on and do this with us. All right, so we're going to get started. Remember that we're going to have 2 different bags. One bag, the bigger bag, you want to do for your ice and your salt. The smaller bag is going to have your ingredients that actually make the ice cream. So the half and half, the sugar, and the vanilla. So starting with your small bag, and we have some tools here on the table. We have some measuring cups for each of the different sizes that we had.
Okay.
So we have a cup, we have a third a cup, and we have a tablespoon here. And then we have some regular teaspoons if we need those as well. We have our vanilla, our salt, our half and half, and our sugar. We've got lots of extra
I
ice.
think we need to talk about the salt for a minute, because
Yes.
it's not just regular
Table
salt that
salt.
you sprinkle on your food.
Yeah, it's kosher coarse salt. That's the kind that you want for this. It's like a bigger grain.
Right, and it's going to work with the ice in order to make that freezing happen a little quicker.
Yeah, it's interesting what happens. All right, so let's start with our little Ziploc baggie.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm going to say the directions, if you look online, recommend that you use the name brand Ziploc bags because they're a little bit stronger.
Just to make sure they seal properly.
Yes,
Yes,
because there
there's
could
gonna be a lot
be
of-
some leakage when you get into that shaking.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so we have a cup of half and half, with 2 tablespoons of sugar, and a half a teaspoon of vanilla. We're gonna eyeball that one. That's really about flavor. Maybe we should actually start with the ice. Since we only have 1 cup to measure with, let's do the ice in the big bag first. That way we can pour the milk into it, and then we're not mixing milk with the ice. Okay. So it says to have 3 cups of ice, but you can add a little bit more into your bag. It'll help with that cooling down process a little bit faster. So you can maybe give it 4 or 5 scoops.
Yeah, I think it helps to freeze your ice cream a little bit quicker to go heavier on the ice. So that's about 5.
That looks good. Okay, and then
All right.
a third a cup of salt. So while you're doing yours, I'm gonna start with the salt.
I did forget the teaspoon.
That's okay. We'll just use one of these.
Yeah, that'll work.
This is a great opportunity to give to your children to measure, and the amounts are kind of like estimates. So if they do a little more, a little less, it's really not going to hurt it too much. This is a great opportunity for them to practice their measuring skills. So a third cup
And
of
sometimes
coarse salt.
if you're dealing with really young children, they can hold the measuring tool while you pour it in, since you have the better control. I lost track of what I was counting. I think that's 3. I was watching you.
All right, so now this bag is ready to go. We'll just set it to the side.
All right, I need some
You need
salt,
your salt.
please.
Your third cup of salt.
Those Ziploc bags come in handy. I use them to carry my sunscreen in too, so they don't
Oh,
leak.
that's a great idea. Like when you're traveling or in your car, anything that has liquid in it would be great to see.
Yeah.
Just
All right,
as it
what's
goes.
next?
All right, so now we're going to move on to our ice
Smaller
cream,
bag.
the smaller bag.
Okay.
So we need a whole cup of half and half.
Would you like me to hold the measuring cup while you pour?
Sure.
And we need to use half and half because the thicker your milk, the better. And holding it in the bag is a good safe precaution for your. You want to go all the way to the top? All right, and then let's go ahead and do mine. If you don't mind.
All the way to the top.
Okay, I'm gonna grab a paper towel.
Now we're going to get our tablespoon measuring cup here. And we need 2 tablespoons of sugar. A little bit of sweetness to our ice cream.
Sweet ice cream. Perfect. One,
Okay, and we only have just teaspoons, so we're going to fill this about halfway up. This is
Okay.
really just for that vanilla flavor, so
right.
a little more, a little less in your flavoring. You could add different flavors to this if you wanted to give it maybe a strawberry flavor or a chocolate
Right.
flavor, but I suggest adding those at the end.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Now comes the fun part. All right. We're going to zip these up. You want to make sure that you get all of the air out.
I used to always tell my children to hold it up and press the air out. And I slide my finger. This is also good for your fine motor development.
Yep.
And I would slide, push the air out. Slide, push
Yep.
the air out. Less air is best.
Okay.
What'd you do? Good?
Good.
All right. So now we're going to put this, and I'm going to double check my seal.
And you might even, you could, if you didn't have an apron, we could double bag this. We could bag this into another bag and then stick it in just to be sure. But just extra precaution if you need it. Now here's the fun part. Kids love this. You're gonna shake it, mash it all around in that salt and ice.
And with young ones, time, this takes about 5 minutes.
All right, you guys, we have shaken our ice cream, and I don't know if you can tell, even just from moving the bag, how it thick, hardened up, and it's thick inside
Yeah.
there. So it starts to become like ice cream. The more you shake it, the harder it will get. But we're gonna go ahead. Woo, that's right. Yeah. So you can add toppings to this if you want. You can add yeah, some flavors in there at this point, but I'm just gonna show you guys. Look at that.
Hold on. That's a scoop. Oh my gosh, this is so. All right.
We hope you guys get a chance to make some ice cream at home. Enjoy this summer and have some fun.
Cheers. Happy summer.
That's what it tastes like. Yeah.
Good morning, friends. Welcome. My name is Mr. Getty, and I'm going to be reading The Little Ice Cream Truck. I'm a little ice cream truck. My driver's name is Lou. Ding-a-ling, ding-a-ling, we're headed to the zoo. I'm a little ice cream truck. Lou plays a jingly tune. Pop goes the weasel. I see a red balloon. I'm a little ice cream truck. Lou drives me to the park. Boys and girls come running. The dog begins to bark. I'm a little ice cream truck. The kids start lining up, smiling, leaping, shouting, vanilla in a cup. I'm a little ice cream truck with signs on front and rear. Caution, children crossing. Look both ways, stay clear. I'm a little ice cream truck. Rose gets a berry crunch. Bob buys a lemon ice. Jose, a cookie munch. I'm a little ice cream truck. We have so many treats. Milkshakes, cones, and bomb pops. Fudgesicles, ices, and sweets. I'm a little ice cream truck. I'm rented for events, celebrations, birthdays, big parties, under tents. I'm a little ice cream truck. We're off to Lilac Lane. Happy birthday, Tony. Let's hope it doesn't rain. I'm a little ice cream truck. The guests are having fun, licking, laughing, and singing. Tony's turning 1. I'm a little ice cream truck. We watch a baseball game. The players take a break, excited that we came. I'm a little ice cream truck. It's just another day. I make children happy. I love my job. Hooray! The end. Thank you so much for reading this story with me, friends.
For today's Create segment, in honor of ice cream, we are going to try some puffy paint and make puffy paint ice cream cones.
Sounds fun.
So, have we done puffy paint on the show before?
I feel like we did.
I think it's been a long time. Well, basically the ingredients we need for puffy paint are old-fashioned creamy shaving cream, not the gel kind. Elmer's glue, or any kind of white glue. A little bit of paint, depending on what color or flavor ice cream you want to have. And then to assemble all of this together, we have scissors and glue, pencils to draw in our shapes, and some paintbrushes to apply the puffy paint.
Something to put the paint on.
And we're going to mix the paint on that paper plate. Yep. Okay. And I even remembered some paper towels today in case this gets a little sticky. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is get our paper ready. So I took white paper so that we could put our colors on there.
Okay.
We're going to use brown for our ice cream cone, and we're just going to do the old-fashioned sugar cone, which is a triangle
Got
shape.
it.
Okay? So we're just going to cut out a triangle, and honestly, you can make this kind of small. I'm thinking like that length, because we're going to put those ice cream scoops on top. All right, let's go back to our old scissor skills. Thumb on top, chop, chop. And this is really good fine motor development as you prepare to be writers. And I always found that chanting it for our youngest cutters helps. Open, shut, open, shut. And I'm going to leave mine a little rough on the top because the ice cream's going to cover it anyway. All right, so we have our ice cream cone. We're going to glue that down. And then we're going to sketch out an ice cream scoop on top. And do we want to get fancy? we happen to have red and orange, we can do red and white makes pink. We're gonna do some strawberry and
Okay.
maybe some orange sherbet.
Ooh,
I don't
sounds good.
know, it sounds like a summery kind of mixture.
Yeah.
I think I have a second plate, so let's
Okay,
do two
sure.
plates. One for the strawberry and one for the orange
Perfect.
sherbet. All right, so we start with some glue. Oh wait, we forgot to sketch out our ice cream scoops.
Oh, gotcha.
And yes, we always put our scraps back in our
bucket.
supply bucket, and they're gonna come in handy at the end, because I have some papers here for scrap purposes. All right, so let's sketch out an ice cream scoop, and we're gonna do 2 scoops.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start at the top.
Okay.
Good?
Good.
Okay. All right, we're ready to make some puffy paint. All right, so we're going to take the lid off the glue and just pour some on the plate.
Okay.
Now, have you done this before, Mrs. Day?
It's been a long time.
Okay. Me too. I don't think it takes a whole lot. I'm gonna eyeball this.
Yeah.
Because we're making such a small amount. How about I do one color, you do the other?
Perfect.
And we'll share.
Yep. Yeah,
And
I've done
then
this before in
Always
the
shake
winter.
your shaving cream before you.
That was a lot.
Do I need more?
I don't know.
Put a little bit
Sure,
more
why
in there.
not?
Why not?
Yeah,
Okay.
we've made snowmen out of this same mixture.
Yes,
before.
I have seen that.
Yes.
Booms out. How much do we need? Is
I
that
don't
good?
know. Kind of a trial and error. All right.
All right, I'll do the orange sherbet.
Okay.
Ooh, I think this is new. And you really don't need much color, especially for making pink. I'm making a mess. Good thing I brought the paper towels.
Ooh, look at that color.
Oh, it does look like strawberry ice cream. Yum, yum.
Okay.
I think after filming today, I have to go get some ice cream. Should I have brought like a craft stick?
Yeah.
Ahaha. You know we have them
There you go.
in the handy dandy supply bucket. And by the way, these buckets are everywhere. So
Yes,
this is the time.
especially
If you
right
need,
now.
if yours has worn out, or if you need a different size, or your child wants a different color. Now it's the time to get your supply buckets. This is so fun.
I think it's ready.
Yours looks good enough to eat.
It's a little like cotton candy.
It does. It's a fun texture. And it smells good. Sorry, I got a late start.
That's okay.
If you want to start painting,
Okay.
so we'll each do 2 scoops,
Yep.
and then I'll tell you what the scraps are for. Yours look good enough to eat? All right, I'll do the opposite. I'll do my orange sherbet on the bottom. It's definitely a much different texture than regular paint.
Absolutely.
So there is a little bit of an adjustment. All right, here comes the fun part. All right, we know that most kids' favorite part of an ice cream cone or an ice cream sundae are the sprinkles. Now, I have seen on Pinterest some of the artists like to use real sprinkles. I don't like to mix food with my art, and it does attract flies when you have that sugary.
Bugs, yeah.
So, ants, I like to keep those out of my craft area.
Yeah.
So, we're going to use paper, and this is a good time to dig into your supplies and pull out
the
those
scraps.
scraps.
Yep.
So, we're just going to cut some random scraps.
This also gives them another great opportunity for some fine motor practice. Some more cutting, especially in those smaller, tiny little pieces. It's good practice for that.
And
So
here's what I'm going to do.
here's the other thing you can do.
I'm going to layer my paper so that I can cut multiple at a time. And I always like to use the term helper hand. You have one hand that cuts and one hand that's going to hold. That's also a good fine motor
Yes.
exercise, the pinching. And as you turn. So for the sprinkles, honestly, I'm just going to cut little strips.
Yeah.
Is what I'm going to do. And it really doesn't matter what size or how long. This is just going to be kind of a free. I'm going to try some blue. And I have noticed that sprinkles come in all sizes and shapes.
They do.
I've seen them round, I've seen them rectangular. So honestly, whatever makes you comfortable will work. Okay, we're ready for
Ready.
sprinkling?
Ready for
And
sprinkling.
because it's still wet, we can just
Sprinkle.
sprinkle, just like you would with your regular ice cream.
You could also use things like glitter,
Yes, you could.
make it a little extra
Jazz it up.
sparkly. Yeah.
Ready? Hold it up.
Yeah.
And here is our puffy paint ice cream project. Enjoy. If you would like to check us out more, you can find us at the local cable channel number 96 or on SMCPS YouTube. And you can also email us at kidsplace@smcps.org.
It's that time in the show where we have to say goodbye.
It is time to say goodbye to all our friends. It is time to say goodbye to all our friends. It is time to say goodbye. Give a smile and wink your eye. It is time to say goodbye to all our friends.
Bye, friends.
See you next time.